Hello, friends. I want to have a little chat about our inner conversations today and about how important they are. And this is the root of everything we create in our life, is these inner conversations. Generally, our inner conversations are shaped by our belief systems. They all are. You may find yourself being super hard on yourself. Maybe not externally, but you catch yourself saying mean things to yourself in your head, or regretting things that you said, or having fights with people within you. Because when you do that, you're actually consciously creating from that space, whether you know it or not. Actually, I'd say you're more unconsciously creating, but after this video, you're going to be very mindful of how you create. When you catch yourself having these conversations, what you need to do is just nip them in the bud. Have you ever been in a situation in your life where you've done something and you come out of it, you're like, man, I woulda, shoulda said this, done this. Stop doing that. That past no longer matters. All that matters is right now and the conversations and the way you're holding yourself in this moment. That's what matters. That's how you create. When we're stepping into this new 5D reality that we're talking about, it's all about creating through the heart. It's all about creating through the higher mind, through the imagination. And when we pair those two together, we make space to work with the highest best good. And as we know, the highest best good is coming from a place of unconditional love. Awareness of unconditional love and compassion, and it all starts with self. You can be compassionate with everybody around you and have unconditional love for everybody around you, but if you're not showing that to yourself, you're not truly showing up in that energy, because the two don't match. And for them to match, it has to start within. Because what'll happen is if you're not showing unconditional love for yourself, you may find yourself in codependent dynamics. You may find yourself in dynamics that are not favorable to your ascension, to your higher awareness, to all these things, because you're giving your energy away pretty much. You'll find yourself in circumstances where you can be a victim because you're not taking your power seriously. When you take your power seriously, when you come into a space of higher knowing and understanding that it all starts within, when we see things around us as being unfavorable, we start to realize that there's nobody to change but self. Who's the common denominator in everything that's going on in your life? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is it your spouse? Is it your ex? No, it's you. It's you. And you'll pull these same dynamics through, whether it's relationships, finances, just even being able to speak your truth. You'll pull those same dynamics through from relationship to circumstance to next relationship to next circumstance, whether it's a job, whether it's, anything in your life. And the truth of the matter is you really need to dig down to the core of what's curating and creating these inner conversations that are making you feel like you're not good enough. I'm laughing because I'm wearing one of my vests and it has a little Bigfoot pin that says believe in yourself. And that's what you need to do, is believe in yourself. Speak to yourself like you are the most important being on this planet, because you are. You are the most important, the most amazing, the most gifted being in your existence. And until you start believing that, your life is not going to shift. You may see little shifts come in, but you will go right back to that old thinking pattern, that old speaking to yourself, not favorably, not out of unconditional love. So the next time, I want you to catch yourself. First things first, I want you to say, isn't it wonderful? 5 times. Let the guilt, the judgment, the shame go. Stop yourself in your tracks and realize that, like I said, what's happened even 10 seconds ago no longer matters. The only point that matters is right now, the 0 point. This is the point of creation. This is where your seed is planted for the next moments in your life. And when you come to undesirable circumstances, because it's all perception, it's all perceived, it's all how you react to them. We're not going to react out of an emotional space. We're going to stay calm. We're going to go within and go, this is not my truth, and we're going to move on. So if you want to learn more about this, I have a manifesting masterclass and activation coming up in a few weeks. The link is in the events tab or in my Linktree tab. Come join it. It's all about consciously manifesting, how I do it, how there isn't just one way to do it. It's whatever works best for you. There's so many different ways, and I will go through so many different techniques and work with what resonates for you. That's the beauty about this life. You're creating your own life path. You're creating what works for you. What works for the person next to you may work for you, may not. That's what spirituality is all about. It's about learning these paths, living from the highest, best good, sharing with others, but in the meantime, sharing with yourself. It's all about balance, loves. It's all about balance. Anyway, I love you so much. I just wanted to come on and give you that little reminder today to catch yourself in those conversations, because I was having a less than desirable conversation in my head today, and I caught myself and I'm like, man, it's been a long time since this type of thing has reared its ugly head. Sorry, there's a really loud car going by. And it was really funny because you'll find on these brinks of massive expansion, all of these ghosts start to come up, like things that you thought you've transcended. They will come up, and it's not tests, but it's all about how you react to them, because you're jumping timelines. You're jumping to that higher version of yourself. So if you're watching this right now, that means you are also jumping to the next highest version of yourself. So keep it up, persist, be positive in your assumptions, only think and entertain the best possible outcome of a situation. Stop worrying and planning the 10 million things, what ifs. No plan Bs are necessary. We're on the plan A, the highest path. I love you. Bye.